Welcome back, humans. It's Saturday, and I'm back again. Got my man Angelo in the studio.
What up?
And before we get started, we want to let you to give you informed for we'd like you to.
Click, like, subscribe.
That's right.
Click, like, subscribe.
And like I said, turn on that notification button so you never miss an episode. We drop Wednesday and Saturday.
Bringing that fire.
So I want to start right off the bat. There's this rapper who goes by the name of Tom Macdonald. Macdonald. It's like not with the MC, it's M-A-C.
Okay. I heard you speaking on them.
So a lot of people know who he is. He's pretty good, man. Very good lyricist. And people like, so he made this new song that got a lot of attention because they thought he was dissing Eminem. And he said, in the song's called Fake Woke. And so I'm listening to the song, man. Like I said, this guy's a real good lyricist. He talks about, he's kind of like an old school style rapper as far as like one of like the gritty gutter like style where like when Tupac would talk about like the streets, or like Biggie would describe like the craziness of the street type things,
right.
Like what the government was doing, or like the brutality, or
right.
or like the welfare. Like he still does that, because he was he's white, and he like but he grew up in a lot of poverty. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, and so he doesn't even like. I mean, man, he's very controversial, people say, because of like he talks very political and like what the crazy shit that's still going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And he does real good, vivid pictures with his lyrics. But
right.
anyways, this new song got my attention. I didn't really think he was dissing Eminem. I thought he was more talking about
making a statement, a generalized statement.
Yeah, what was going on with the media in general.
A blanket statement.
Yeah. So I brought up some of his lyrics of this song, and I would like to break some of them down with you, man. I won't play the song because they gave me shit on my last reaction video with those freestyles. They tried to say the song belonged to the game, but it was like all beats with these guys that sucked really bad. But this guy's good.
They suck really bad.
So
like, put them out there like that.
So I'll bring the lyrics up. I'll bring this iPad over here a little closer.
Okay.
And we can break down some of this shit because, man, like I said, he's a great lyricist. And
it's weird. I've never heard of him.
He's really good. So it starts off right off the bat. He like gets your attention with the very first opening lines. So he says, "It's crazy. I'm the only one labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is a role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboards, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it." That's real shit.
Damn.
That's real shit right now. She is like your role model for little kids. They got her, and that's pretty crazy. Like they're not, and the ones that are all these fucked up on these prescription meds and pushing the meds and all these synthetic drugs and all their songs are what you hear on the radio all day.
She just, hold on. First off, we're gonna go on my man's lyrics like that.
Yeah.
I can see that 100%. That's like some real ass shit.
Yep.
Because, you know what I'm saying? They got these little girls out here. Like I said, most of them under 18. We'll just say. And even more older too, but a general, just say the under 18, under 21 kid range. And they idolize this chick or whatever. But here's the thing. Like, Cardi doesn't live that life at home. She said that when she felt embarrassed when her daughter was hearing, her like 12-year-old daughter or whatever was hearing that shit on radio, and she's like turned it off or whatever. Like, she doesn't let her kid listen to that shit.
So you've heard of that movie that's on Netflix that's gotten all that controversy, right?
Which one?
About the young girls that started that twerking dance group.
Oh, yeah. But
so that's what the problem is. They think they're bringing a lot of sex towards little girls, not just necessarily whatever she does at her home. The media, the entertainment realm is pushing this in front of kids younger and younger and younger, and that's what he's just talking about. He's not attacking just her. He's saying the industry is what's pushing her as a role model for young girls, not necessarily her as an artist.
Right.
He's not attacking her. He's attacking the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the industry's trying to turn all black.
So he also says, he follows up, he says, "It's backwards. It's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than it is to purchase a gun."
Wow.
And that's the truth too, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's the truth too, man.
You can walk outside right now and go somewhere within a couple miles of home and buy a gun or even an illegal firearm easily.
So it's kind of crazy, dude. And here's
Maybe
another
not
one.
even 2 miles.
Yeah. So here's a part of like it's like before the chorus starts. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's fucking crazy. Or how about this? Labeled everything as homophobic or racist. If you're white, you're privileged, guilty by association. All of your childhood heroes get me too'd by their rapists. That's
Duh.
fucking nuts.
What?
Yeah, that's nuts.
I know. Hold on. Wait a minute. Don't scroll past that statement.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that was like
The way everything is so like
that was shots fucking fired at the industry on that one.
yeah, because like everything is so like so
Shots
sensitive.
fucking
That,
fired.
you're familiar with the term microaggression, right? Like they're making everything a microaggression. So if like the way we were making our jokes with our race and doing all that fun stuff, they're trying to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to say like even our stupid little jokes are called microaggressions that are offending all these people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're trying
like
to, you know.
it's a subliminal diss.
So, yeah, so
Right.
or like there's somebody out there that's offended by that. That's you aggress.
Dude,
It's a microaggression.
I'll tell you what. Let me say this about that. If you're that offended and that sensitive or about something fucking online, check this out. You have the option to not fucking read it, not look at it, scroll past it, click left on that shit.
That's
do
what the
whatever.
channel clicker's for, or
Right.
swipe it.
But I'm like, oh, dude, America. I'm not saying America, the fucking world.
Yeah.
Needs to quit being fucking soft punk, fucking pussy bitches, and man the fuck up. You don't like something, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I know you growing up with something, fuck it.
Yeah.
If you ain't feeding it, fucking it, or financing it, you ain't got no fucking say-so about it. Move the fuck on, get on with your life.
So he gets deeper as the song goes. Now here's the pre-chorus, like right before the main chorus hits in the song, right? He says, "They never freed the slaves. They realize they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens. We think we're free because we don't see the cage. They knew the race war would be the game we need to play. For people to pick teams, they use the media to feed the flames." Woo!
Hold up, take a breather on that.
Yeah.
Damn.
They never freed the slaves. They realize they don't need the chains.
They gave us
Tiny screens, we think we're free because we don't see the cage. They knew the race war would be the game we need to play. To pick the teams, they use the media to feed the flames.
So,
Woof, woof, woof.
there's too many points to even touch on that.
Yes.
Like, dude, just in the first line of that,
Yeah.
there's at least 3 to 4 things to touch on. In the second, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The second line of that verse, it's
You know when they yell shots fired?
Yeah.
So our thing will be when we review another rapper, another lyricist like this, and you got, instead of shots fired, it's going to be call the fire department because my man just drops him. He just caused the fire. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That was some dope. That was some real potent stuff
Bro,
right there.
Just
That was potent.
that's crazy. He said the racial game was the one to play. And
Yeah.
you feed the media feeds. Man, dog, that was just like. That was one of those like Zen type moments
Yeah.
in lyrics. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
woosah.
And then he calls all these people who claim to be woke out too in the song, like people that think they're woke and they're not. That's why he says they're fake woke. So he says right here,
And sleepwalking.
yeah, you hate your neighbor because he wears a mask and stays at home. He has a daughter, but his favorite rapper says he slays hoes. Picks her up from school. Music slaps on the way home. That's
Damn.
the crazy, dude. That's true as hell. I mean, you calling out the truth on that one. That might, you know what I'm saying?
That might unnerve a few people.
Yeah, that might get a little
They're gonna
stingy
take
on
that
some people
person.
there.
Right, that's gonna hit home on like quite a few people.
You got your daughter, yet your artist is slanging hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh man, that's tough. And then as soon as you drop her off, that's what you're bumping, on the way to the crib.
Right, like yeah, my daughter out of the car, and I'm gonna go back to being a gangster.
Right. Oh man. So this shit. Here's another one, dog. This is another one. Because that was a little crazy. I mean, this is another. I mean, he's just, like I said, he's very potent. You know what I'm saying? He paints a great picture.
Yeah,
So
I'm impressive, very impressed. Like even reading some of the other lyrics through
Yeah.
here because I can see it.
Right.
People can't, but yeah.
So I'm starting right here on this part
Definitely
here.
have to check him out.
He says, there's riots in the streets, and it's just getting worse. Y'all are screaming, defund the police, and y'all genius for sure. They are underfunded already, and they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops. See who reaches you first.
What?
Call the fire department. I'm telling you.
The heat is motherfucking on. Like,
Wow.
damn. Like I said, I'm seeing other stuff versus, like I said, y'all can't see it here, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at it on the screen, and my man's definitely straight fucking fire.
That's
God.
crazy.
Just lyrics alone are, man, just in the 3 verses, we know what I'm saying, we broke down just.
And how about the pre-chorus right here? Segregation ended. That's a lie in itself. That's why the strategy to make us think we're all trying to help. They knew racism was hot and they designed it to sell. We all buy up every single box and divide ourselves.
Look, that type of shit got to give my man a dab.
Oh my God. And
Like,
that's old
dude.
school. We're going older dap and shit. I'll go
Right.
fucking even older shit, like 90s, like pounding.
Pound that.
Pow, pow. Man,
Oh, man.
that was hot. That was fucking
dude,
shit.
yeah,
That gave me goosebumps because, like, when I heard the song, I was like, every way he was going, every bar, dude, I was like, damn, he was just describing everything very potent,
right,
man.
like everything I'm seeing, reading here, I'm like, you can relate to it. It's relatable. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I can. I'm like, damn, that shit is real. Like, ain't no lies. Look, like, no lies detected. No lies detected
Right.
at all.
He's good, dude. He's good.
My man got, give credit where it's due.
It's insane. Like I said, I got some more here where let's see. Okay, so the truth doesn't damage points of view. They are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How do we let them make praying a microaggression? That's what we talk about microaggressions too.
Right.
Now they're changing our
Right, so
religion and
now-
shit instead
now
of
you're
asking
offended.
God for strength.
Right, you're offended.
I'm sorry. So, how do we make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for strength, we keep winning. We cheat and get ahead, and then we ask for forgiveness at the end when we got to go face the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
You
yeah,
wanna do all the dirty shit, then when you want to get in front of God and act funny like you didn't know what was going on, like, please, God, forgive me. God, like, you did that shit on purpose. That wasn't a mistake.
right. And that's that's crazy as hell, man. They wasn't fucking. They're trying to fuck with our religion. They're trying to fuck with everything. It's like I said, I don't know what the real design or the plan is, whatever this shit is, but it feels kind of weird.
But like I said, everybody needs to man fuck up, bro. Fear is what separates the masses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
So, like I said, that was some of the lyrics I wanted to break down with this dude, Tom Macdonald. I was going to play some clips, but like I said, they were messing with me before when I messed with it.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to get shut down for
And,
copyright infringement.
so-
Just like, I do not own any such and such rights to this music. And I see that. I've never posted like a live story on like a story type on Facebook.
Okay.
But when I see that, I see people do like the little live videos, and it's like I said in the songs, when they'll have to say, I do not own rights or whatever. I'm like, what the hell is that about? Like, do you have to post that? Like, you have to, even on a Facebook post? Like, damn,
especially now.
You can't even post, because I post songs, music all the time, but I do it from like YouTube or like Spotify
you can do
or
that.
something.
But if you do it the other way, they will fuck with your shit. They'll be like, oh, something was recognized as so-and-so from so-and-so music group, and we took the audio off, or they'll take the whole thing down. It'll look gray or whatever.
Wow.
And now it's even worse. Now you can do it. They'll do it for a political post they don't like or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. I see that. They try to silence free speech.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
Yeah. We already talked about that social silencing.
Right. Yeah.
There's distancing and silencing. And by the masses.
That's by the masses, for real.
Because they be reaching for topics. Like the way that guy was talking in the song, the way he was talking in the song, I was talking about earlier today when you showed up, we were talking about some of the show topics and whatnot. And I was talking about how when the media, they arrested this woman who was high on drugs, and she was literally high on drugs. And regardless of her race, this woman was high on drugs.
Because you can't say it, well, they would take it a little different coming from you. How about this?
What?
People. And I'm going to say this. There was a black woman.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wasn't afraid to say that part.
Right.
But I was just
saying. I didn't want you feeling like, or anybody trying to get my boy any kickback.
No, I wasn't nothing like that. Okay. I wasn't afraid to say that
I'm like,
at all.
All right.
I didn't want to be like, because like, you know what I'm saying? Because the way he was so the guy gets on the news and he was trying to portray her like she was an innocent person, and they used the picture of her when she was like in 7th or 6th grade, and it looked like one of them prestige photos. But the person that got arrested
had the original
that gray background.
The original Snapchat filters in the back with
she was
little
like,
stars.
and she was doing this like it was like 7th or 6th grade or something. But the woman that got arrested that you see in the video, like when they showed the video,
was
like in her 30s, or maybe she was in her 30s, but all the drugs she was on made her look like she was old as hell. And not that you're old in your 30s, but she just didn't, whatever her real age was, it didn't
look right.
Something wasn't right.
It didn't add up.
And he was trying to make it like she was
between the drugs,
yeah,
and the calendar, the Asian shit got distorted.
So I'm at the barbershop when this was on, right? And the guy was trying to portray her like she was this person and that person. And when you look at the video, I'm like, that doesn't look like the person. Like Eddie Murphy, that don't look like no McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? You clearly didn't have the McDonald's burger in your hand, and that was an eye test was clear. That was not the one you saw in the picture at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, the then and now picture didn't add the fuck up. Like,
that didn't look the same.
Hey, you're like 13 to 32. 13 to 31.
Yeah.
Somebody got this shit backwards. Something went wrong.
Yeah. Like, are we watching a timeline video? What happened? Where's the rest of the montage?
It was a time video.
Where's the rest of the montage at? You know?
Where's the rest of the montage?
When it showed the rest of it as you grow up?
Hey, long story short, though. Not even long story short, but I understand exactly what you're saying, and I hate when people, they get on the, like when somebody dies, and somebody this motherfucker been a piece of shit all his life, robbed everybody he knew, stole from everybody, just lied.
Right.
Everybody knows you're a piece of shit. It was marked, and by the time you was like 15 years old, everybody already fucking knew, like, yeah, he's on a one-way pass to hell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like the media reaches on those.
Yeah, but even people in general do, like,
yeah.
They like I said, they'd be like, oh, rest in peace, fly high, my angel, you this and that. I'm like, dog, keep it really like, he was such a dedication, he's an inspiration, he's a smart, like, nigga, I just seen you on Facebook talking about if anybody, he's like, at me, like, don't at me, but if when you see so-and-so, that motherfucker did this, the piece of shit, baby daddy, but next thing you know, they got a picture of him, what do you call that shit, the spray shit, pictures.
Like a mural?
No, but the picture, what do you call it? Airbrush.
Yeah.
They got an airbrush fucking picture of him with some angel wings talking about fly high, rest in heaven, see you again, such. Unless you plan on going to hell, you're not going to see him in the afterlife because he's definitely going there. Like, don't be sitting here glorifying no fucking, I hate that shit.
You ever been like, I have like some like gang like kind of stuff, or, you know, some of that kind of stuff, crime in the family or whatever, you know what I mean? And been at a funeral where people was like,
think I don't.
So I've been at a funeral where somebody was like, man, it's sorry to have my man die, you know, not alive no more. He owed me like $100, you know, and they look at you. And I'm like, really, dude? Really, man? We're at a funeral, man.
Bro, like, you know it's my fucking stepfather, right?
And they're like going to be like, you know, he owed me like, oh, man, he owed me like $100. And then they look over there like, and they breathe in too, like, you know, and then it's like, and I'll look to my left too, like, who the fuck, what, is there something over here?
Like, I got something in my
I didn't fart.
Like, is there something in my teeth? You look
yeah,
over
man.
What's on my back?
I grab my phone camera and check my shit.
Or shit could happen, like, my man, like that fucking movie, I think it was
I don't know how I'm going to pay my water bill. They're going to ask you that at a funeral. I don't know either, man. Can I fucking throw my flowers and pay my respects? Back up off me. We're here with the Lord and my past loved ones.
Right.
Fool.
Like, you know, the only thing standing between you and that money is God, Jesus, the Holy Trinity, my family, and the fact that he's dead, okay?
Or say he had like some money, whoever that person was. You know, I'm just messing around here. This is a little bit. So just go with me, you know. So say he was a person that had some money, right? And they were like, you know, he always said he wanted me to have his entertainment center one day. I'm like, oh.
Like he bequeathed it to me one time. We was talking. We was just saying, he's like.
He said you should have a TV like this one time. So maybe that meant I should have his.
Bro, when motherfucker came to the funeral, I seen that on that movie. I think it was CB4. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
When my man shows up at my man's funeral, he walks up to the casket like he's paying respect. He's like, I want my money. Dead or alive, motherfucker, I want my money. He punches my man inside the casket. Then
that's like, fun. Oh, yeah. I thought you were about to bring up I think it was Mike Epps in the lottery ticket when he was like, "This is the house that I should have," trying to get a big donation from the church.
Right.
When Little Bow Wow won the lottery. This is the type of woman I'm supposed to be married to according to God. He's got this like all these things he's supposed to have with his lottery money.
Yo, but that's still in my man just blow my man shit out in his
Yeah.
casket. And then he walked away. The body had a black eye, like his eye actually got black.
But yeah, that stuff that happened at a funeral, man. People ask you that kind of stuff about,
Come
and
at
then
you
bills come up,
sideways.
and that's when you go over by like the food part or whatever, and just kind of walk away. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna grab a plate real quick.
Yeah,
Get some more
grab-
ham.
Or like act like your phone went off. Oh, what? You like it's on vibrate.
Oh, you know, I gotta take this.
Or what if you pretend your phone was on vibrate and that's when it rings? Fucks your whole shit up. You was almost in the clear and you thought, oh, my phone's on
He's like-
vibrate,
like,
and then it was like, "Brrrr," then it rang for real.
shit,
Like I
look.
gotta get this twice.
Right, look, you like, damn.
Think of something like, oh, that's how my call waiting is set up. When there's 2 calls, one will vibrate,
Hey.
one will ring.
Hey, you hear my shit? It'll vibrate. You hear that ice like,
Yeah, cha-ching. It's like 5
Hey.
o'clock somewhere.
And broken clock is right. How many times? At least twice a day. Hey, bro.
So- Yeah, so
Yo,
that's what I was
I
thinking. You
ain't
got to
gonna
watch
lie
out
to
when
you,
those
bro.
funerals happen.
Hey,
People come out of woodwork and start asking
I
strange
swear,
questions.
I didn't. In my family size, I say I have a pretty decent sized family on both sides, and bro, funerals will bring out the either worst side of somebody, their pettiness, or just like some completely out of place type shit.
Straight up
So-
scenarios like I explained.
Yeah, like you be like, some motherfuckers be having some shit to bother them, whatever, and some person die. You go to the funeral, the little, you know what I'm saying, after passing all that, and
I went to one time where the person had needed back surgery, and we show up.
I
And they
thought
were-
that was a joke on me or something. I was like, you cracking jokes about back surgery? Like, that shit ain't cute.
I went to one with this dude with a no. I was about to rip on your back. I'm just kidding, but I'm not.
Damn, bro.
I was gonna, but I just didn't. I held back. I
He's
pulled
like-
it back in.
He's like, old curvy spine ass
You know,
motherfucker.
no, but we did go to a lost family member's wake or whatever, and the host had a blown out back, and they were just laying on the couch, and they were just laying in the couch while we were there. They were just saying hi to everybody on the couch, just
Did
like
you realize what you just said, bro?
planking, just
No,
waving
you
because they
said-
couldn't move.
You said a chick had her back.
No, it wasn't a
blown
woman;
out.
it was a guy.
Oh, you said her back blown out.
It was blown out. He needed surgery or something.
Okay.
But he still had to do the wake because it was a
Oh
family
my
member, and he was just
God,
on the
right.
couch while everybody walked in,
Sitting up or laying down?
laying down, straight up, laying down like a fucking
Just
planking.
laying-
Just, thanks for coming, you know.
He said he was planking.
Yeah, and the real shit.
Wait a minute.
He was all planked out, and if he moved too much, you know, because he had a, you know, he's all better now.
Bro, you said that nigga was planking on the couch.
But you was in a time frame. You had to get the funeral done and probably all the process done.
Right. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, but he hosted
That's
it
funny
on a
as
couch.
hell. He said it. He was like, he couldn't wait, but he just kind of had his head up.
Yeah, he
like,
was like laying on
like,
like
go
everybody
ahead.
come through. He
like,
was dressed
food's
nice
in the
too.
kitchen. Look, you're like, food's on the counter. Enjoy yourselves. Make sure you lock the door on the way out.
Yeah, he was dressed nice and everything and all that.
Oh, I bet he was laying on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have on some sleepwear?
No, he had like nice clothes on, but he just couldn't go nowhere because his back was all
Wow,
destroyed or
bro.
whatever.
You said Senator's back blew out. I was like, my mind was completely somewhere else. You said back blew out. I thought you were talking about a chick. I was like, back blown out. I was like, what?
Yep, he was out just like straight up mannequined out.
He got stiff. He got Zab Judah.
He had about the movement of the Santa
Look,
Claus
He
statue.
got a move. He got a Zab Judah knockout. He looked like he got that Zab Judah when he
Yeah.
stiffened up.
Or like,
Oh man,
or, yeah, that was a good one too.
Zab Judah.
Or Ben Askren. Speaking of Ben Askren, remember when he got kneed in the face?
Oh,
But it was like real fast. He fought Jose Masvidal, and my man talking all that shit because he was new to UFC. He was
didn't he
killing
come
it.
like straight out and just knee him in his
Yeah.
shit, like just
Kneed
flying
him, and he
to
went
his
when he got on the
face?
ground. His arms were like he was like French braiding shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like Vogan, and we don't even do that no more. My man was like like but out cold Vogan with his crazy
And he was
perm.
like-
He has a crazy
And he
perm.
was doing Macarena.
Yeah, he was like, "Ah, nigga, I'm gonna say na Macarena. Hey, I'm knock the fuck out." He was knocked the fuck out. He was knocked the fuck out.
Macarena. Like,
Yeah, him and his mushroom shaped perm. He's got a crazy perm. He's got a crazy perm.
got that Ike Turner perm. Looks like a
Yeah.
mushroom at the top.
So he came from UFC from another fight force and started calling everybody out because he won like 2 fights or something. And he was already like almost 40. He looks like he's 55. And he's still fighting. And he's like calling everybody out. Dana White, you ain't shit. Put me against a guy. So that's when he put him against Masvidal. My man was like, if he tries to shoot me, you know how they shoot the legs and you know what I'm saying? So he goes, if he tries to shoot me, he's going to catch something. And he came at him and just threw that crazy fucking Saget knee from like Street Fighter. Remember that fucking kickboxer? He was just like, cha-cha!
Yeah, he's like, Viper!
He got him. Tiger knee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or was it Tiger uppercut? Tiger uppercut. Something like that.
Yeah. Tiger punch. And he had the black eye patch.
Yep. He fucking knocked my man all the way out. And he was just, like I said, he was doing all that fucking Macarena shit. And so anyways, I bring him up because now he's going to fight. He's going to box Jake Paul, the one who 90-90 Nate.
Oh, he is or talking
The fights are real. It's done. I think it's going to happen. And they're already training. And they got Jake Paul is training with Masvidal. And I think it's just funny that they're doing that for, you know what I'm saying? But my man wants to fight. He wants to do it. So, I mean, he's trying. And he's got amateur. I mean, the people he's fought, aren't like real people yet.
What happened to his, I think his brother or whatever fighting.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up next too. But with Ben Askren and Jake Paul, they're fighting. It's going to be fun. Now, Ben Askren is a trained fighter in the UFC. And he claims he's got good hands and whatnot. But I almost think he just got hip surgery, dude. Like, he's kind of beat down. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, fighting age.
Stranger things have happened.
True. But I kind of feel like
the size of a dog in a fight.
I kind of feel like Jake Paul could beat my man. I like this kid, man. He's like, I'm serious. This kid is taking his training serious. It's not like he's just doing it for views. You see him out there training, dude. Like, he wants to try it. He's not disrespecting the sport he's actually really training. Him and his brother, you know what I mean? They're really trying their hardest. They're not like just trying to just sit there around and just get views and then go out there and get their ass beat. These guys are like trying to win. And even the brother is talking about his possibility of trying to win against Floyd, which ain't going to happen, but he's thinking about it. It's in his head. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're taking it for real. But so he's fighting Ben Askren, and I think he's got a chance to beat this dude. Like, I got a weird feeling that this young kid's going to pull it off.
It's Mike. That's just like the Conor McGregor fight last, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We've seen what happened to everybody. No one would have ever thought it. Like, check it out.
Oh, no, I would have thought that.
Check it out. When I seen Conor, like, my man's flurrying him, and they stopped the fight. Dude, you know what that moment felt like? It was a hair-raising throwback to when that Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Like, it was just jaw-dropping. Like, did that just really happen?
That wasn't for me.
No, but I'm saying the mindset after it happened. You know how many people were shocked behind it? Like, did that shit really just happen?
You know what my moment was that for me? Was when Marquez knocked the fuck out of Pacquiao, because Pacquiao was my fighter. And in fourth fight, after the fourth fight, I mean, Manny won most of the fights that they fought. But that last fight, man, he caught Manny with that he punched with his eyes closed. His nose was broke, blood pouring out. Manny just knocked him out. And it was like 4 seconds or 5 seconds left in the round. And Marquez closed his eyes. I mean, he's got a crazy, dangerous right hand. And just put Manny out. Manny was so asleep. That was the moment for me because I was, like I said, I'm a big Manny fan. And I was just like, I ain't a Marquez fan, but as far as them two as the rivals, I always wanted Manny to win. And when he knocked Manny out, dude, that was like, holy shit, dude. That was like one of those moments. Right. That was the Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. Now, we loved Tyson when we was kids. That was our people. When Tyson lost, my sister, she would vouch for this. She literally cried. My sister cried when Tyson lost at my house. I'm not gonna say her name on here, but my sister, not the oldest one, the other one.
I can say her.
So
name. I'm not
so anyway, she actually cried when Tyson lost. You know what I'm saying? Because we took boxing is in my family's blood. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, we used to watch them every fight and do a little gambling pots on the rounds. You'd pick a round and you'd win the jackpot or whatever. But when he lost, yeah, that hit the family hard here, dude. That would hit us hard. It was like, oof.
To me, that was one of those. That was one of those, where were you when this happened type moment. Like, I remember exactly where I was. I was in my mom's kitchen. She had a few people over watching the fight. They was playing cards, doing a little thing. And I was watching on TV downstairs.
Yeah.
And I will never forget just seeing that. Buster called me and I was like, my heart was hurt when
Yep.
he hit the thing. I was like, I'm like, he's getting up. Like, it's like a young animal sees
I
their
was
mom down and trying to nudge him. Like, she's gonna get up. And
I was
that's why
yelling because
like,
I
she's
felt
gonna
that
get up.
I was yelling because I felt that Buster Douglas got 13 seconds when he got knocked down. Prior to that, I thought he already lost.
Yeah, he did.
So I got up and yelled, "Give him 13 seconds!" I remember yelling that in my living room as a little kid. I was like, "Give him 13 seconds!" I remember yelling that shit. Well, he got counted out.
Oh yeah, I was in shock and awe.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
So yeah, Logan and Mayweather are fighting also, and everybody's saying that Mayweather's training with like heavier guys, like light heavyweights, in order to get ready for him. So I think Mayweather's gonna come dropping some bombs. I think Mayweather's coming to whip his ass. Actually, I don't think he's gonna like go like the distance or anything like that. I think Floyd wants to just get some quick money so he can say, "I made this much in this little time." Because I've been watching him. He's not showing his training. He'll show him hitting the bag a little bit, but when he hits the bag, Floyd and Andre Ward, when they hit the punching bag, they never rock the bag. You ever see them training? They never hit the bag hard. You'll see them drop body shots here and there, but they won't rock it back. They say they use the bag for more accuracy, so they make sure their hands land proper and flat, so they don't injure the wrist. So that's why you see Andre Ward.
Your gloves though, turning your hand over.
Right. So you'll see Andre Ward and Mayweather. They're always hitting the bag real slow, and then they'll drop a hard body, but they're similar as far as the bag work. But you'll see other fighters go cannons blazing on the bag, because they it builds power and endurance, right? So they're building the power, but it's still building the power the way they're doing it. But they're different style of fighters, so theirs is for more accuracy, so their hands are landing clean, crisp, and they're effective. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see those two guys never killing the bag. So,
jabs and stingers.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And so, like I said, Floyd's training with big fighters from what I've been hearing. He's not leaking nothing.
Oh, speaking of Floyd, like that's not leaving for a minute. I saw in my like little news type deal that 50 wanted to fight Mayweather. Like he's talking about it. Like he wants to fight Mayweather. And I'm like, I don't know what 50 is about hand wise. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him like boxing wise or whatever. And
I got some scoop on that.
Okay, but I do know that he's in pretty good physical shape.
Yeah.
Very good physical shape. And does he really feel like he wants to do that, or is that just some 50 do some shit for not for publicity, but just to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he don't need the money now. He's got the shows. He's got a lot of things going on now. But 50 actually has a Golden Gloves, a junior Golden Gloves on his background. Yep. He actually boxed.
Okay.
And when he was friends with Floyd, when they were best friends, he was training and doing stuff like that. But as far as beating Floyd, I don't think he'd beat Floyd. But if he does it, I mean, I'm sure it'll be for a money grab, another money grab in the media and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Floyd's just too really good defensive fighter. He's just too good. I was talking about my brother.
I learned that. My trainer talks about that, and I've seen it myself. Like that shoulder and exit, like you said, he never gets cut off in the corner because he's always got a foot out where he can swing back, either rotate.
Footwork is very important, and that's why I feel like Garcia's in trouble if he don't work on footwork. That young kid, they're trying to put him in the limelight and give him these big names. And if he doesn't, the guy that he fought was an experienced fighter, but doesn't have much power, and he dropped him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was technical,
accuracy.
And as soon as the fighters get more better, Garcia's going to have a harder time beating them with just his power. Your physical athleticism will get you so far. You got to start learning technique. And I think Canelo learned his lesson when he got embarrassed by Floyd Mayweather. He got embarrassed by Floyd Mayweather, and because he was flat-footed. And he got so far, 45 or whatever many fights, by getting away with the flat footing in boxing. But Floyd exposed it, and he knew if he was going to be great like how he is, he's going to have to fix that, and now he did. He's very defensive and elusive now. Like Canelo's smooth, man. But I think Floyd embarrassed him. There was a time where he hit the ring and he hit the rope, and Floyd was looked over at the rope. You know what I'm saying? He had his number the whole entire fight. You know what I'm saying? There was not a time where Floyd was in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's Canelo.
And with a fighter like Canelo,
and with
that's
the pregame,
right,
for the pre-fight, you're thinking oh, this is about to be a good-ass fight. That's Canelo
now,
and Mayweather.
What Floyd Mayweather does to those guys.
He just, like you said, pulled his rug from up under him.
Yeah.
Like, whoop, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna expose you.
So like what he does to these fighters that are so elite, even when he fought Pacquiao, some people believe I believe the fight was closer than it was, but you know it is what it is. But he still makes the best fighters look different.
Right.
Even Pacquiao, he only had a couple of those aggressive times where he could pound on you and get you those flurries, you know. But it wasn't like he did to other fighters. Like he's just really good, and it's a rare animal right there. And I remember when he was younger, like I said, I watched him perfect it. He used to do that drop step and get your distance, and he was getting hit then. But then he got to the point where you couldn't touch him on it. And his shoulder roll defense is amazing. But the one hand control, your right hand or your left hand, whatever side you're rolling on, has 3 defensive opportunities with counter options. And I know you can say that, and but they're doing it.
In
You know what I'm saying?
a perfect world, that's what it would be.
In
but,
his world, that's just like
no.
how he thinks, and he's thinking all the time. And then when you watch him to explain how this hand blocks here, and the uppercut, and you got 3 options as your counters afterwards, it's just like, oh, I could do that. No, you can't. but it's just like crazy.
Like, it looks good on paper, but you better not try it in real life.
Yeah, there ain't nothing he ain't seen. My man, when his dad was in jail, he won the Golden Gloves himself. You know, they said he would go to the bus when his dad was in prison and take his big old boxing gear, and he won Golden Gloves while his dad was in jail. A little young teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, when Tyson said that's where he feels secure. That's been his loyal thing when his family wasn't around or people. The gym is always there. And that's why he's so good as the way he is. And oh my gosh, man! Like I said, he sells a fight and he's an asshole, but in that ring, dude, he's fucking a genius. It's crazy.
Oh, dude, he like I said, I don't really care for Floyd. Like personally, like I don't know the dude, but I've never that mouth. It's like you want to love him and hate him at the same time. Like he's got that Ali mouth, but he backs that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I gotta respect. Like he talk a lot of shit, but he has never failed to back that shit up.
Yeah.
Not once have I been like, man, see, I told you. Floyd was like, Floyd be. There's a reason why he is what he is.
Like I said, people would say all he does is pot shot. They call it pot shotting when it looks like he's just doing the 1-2s. But nobody has gone through his jab. That jab stopping you. Even stopped Big Canelo, stopped Big Ass Guerrero, and like everybody. Even Maidana. After Maidana tried wrestling him in UFC in his ass, he still ended up stopping Maidana with the jabs. Like his jab's nasty. You got to respect it.
Because he keeps that shit in your face to make you.
And it's a jab that's
on your end, so you don't have time to set up.
It's Ali-like because if you see Ali and even Pacquiao's jab, dude, like
Ali, that shoulder to the.
Well, if you watch how they turn their hip with it, and it's natural, it's like something you have to teach a guy. But those guys have it. Like they turn their hip and jump with that whole body movement, pow, and that's why their shit was so hard. You know what I'm saying? It was so hard.
My trainer tells me that every session. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you got power. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, come from your hip. He's like, we throw that right, that straight right overhand, your hip. It's not coming from your shoulder.
Yep.
It's not coming from your elbow. It's coming from your hip. Straight. You know what I'm saying? No elbow out. Just, yeah. There's some things to pick up in boxing, bro. So, you know.
And you always got to, in early boxing too, I used to learn too when we were younger is the rubber band hands because everything you throw has to come back just as fast so you can protect yourself at all time.
Snap.
So when you let it out, you got to bring it back. But anyways, like I said, Pacquiao McGregor was on the table for a little bit till he got his ass beat by Poirier, and now they're saying they're talking back with Pacquiao and Spence, and Spence looked good in his last fight, and people are like, oh, that's dangerous for Pacquiao. He's got power, but I don't think he's the same from his accident. He looked good against Garcia, but that wasn't really. I don't know, man.
It wasn't a Manny.
Yeah, I think Manny could beat Anair Spence, the one that faced Garcia. I think Manny could beat him. And also hurt him.
No disrespect to my man.
Yeah.
But
because I think Spence is the real deal.
No disrespect, Spence, but we are talking about Manny. But then again, like I said, you can have one of them Conor McGregor moments like, oh, shit, did he just do Manny?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But, so, Super Bowl's coming up next week. It's on Sunday, next Sunday. Do you got a pick, or do you know who's in the Super Bowl?
No, I haven't watched. Hey, hold on. Don't say it.
Okay.
Damn it, not the
football.
Yeah, no, not football. I'm thinking the team who just lost. Oh, Brady's going back to the ball. I just
Yeah.
thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what made me click? You know what the fucked up thing is? You know what I remember?
Uh-huh.
After I watched the game, I remember was Aaron Rodgers' look on his face at the end of that game, dude.
Yeah.
You talk about he had that water boy feeling in his face. He said like, look at all that anger built up behind those tears. Like, dude, the face of festivity, you could tell. Like he didn't even want to shake Tom Brady's hand or nothing, dude. This dude's face.
It looked like the
Look
guy.
Aaron Rodgers had on his face after the game, like he just ate a mouthful of shit on his face.
Remember, like you're
oh.
talking about Waterboy when what's his name got taken out of the game because of college or whatever, and the guy was like, "Oh no, we suck again."
Exactly.
That's what the guy yelling at
People, it's
Aaron
like
Rodgers.
Brady, dude. I've never liked New England,
Uh-huh.
but I got mad respect. You can't do shit but respect Brady.
Yep.
Like I said, he's another one of those athletes. Love him, hate him, say what you want. That motherfucker gets shit done.
And
like if he goes to the bowl, 99% of the time he's gonna come out with the win. You know what I'm saying?
that guy's
like,
carried that chip on his shoulder since the beginning of his career.
yeah, dude. You know he was drafted like fucking like,
The last player.
and he only got picked up because a friend. At U of M, what was the coach's name? What was the coach's name? Harbor.
It wasn't even why he got picked. They said
No, he literally said he made a personal phone call to
because
to
that was never
coach.
his coach. He never coached him.
No, damn it, who was it? He said the friend at Michigan though, like
Yeah.
one of the Michigan coaches, literally called in a favor
Because they said we got one pick left. They were like, "Why don't you just pick this guy, Brady?" I mean, I watch his documentary all the time. I love it.
Yeah,
and
but,
how I told you they rip on him.
yeah,
Like, this
'cause
guy's
they was
never
like,
seen a gym.
right, because he's like he's skinny, lanky. He's like he'll get ran over this and that. Like he
Yeah.
ain't gonna amount to nothing. And every fucking bowl he plays, that's a slap in the face to every team that's looked over him.
He couldn't start in Michigan, like I told you, and I say the fix is in for the Super Bowl. I was telling people at the barbershop too. I said the fix is in, man. The fix is in, because in Michigan he never got to start. He would always get in the court. He always get promised he was going to get starting, and they would bring these other quarterbacks from other transfers, and he would sit back behind them, and they would only put him in when they were losing. And so this guy, it happened his senior year. Chad Henne comes in, and Brady can't start again after they told him, this is your year, this is your team, blah, blah, blah. And he fucking is losing to all these teams, and they put Brady in, and he started bringing motherfuckers back and won a Super Bowl and, took the team towards the end with, like, no time left to school. You know what I'm saying? My man was, like, his last shot. And anyways, I said if the fix is in at the barbershop because Chad Henne is the backup quarterback for the Chiefs. And I said, you know how they always have these pizza gates, football gates and fucking deflate gates, yeah, and the spy gates when they were watching the plays or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now there's going to be the Super Bowl gate where Patrick Mahomes from here till Sunday is going to magically sprain his ankle, and Tom Brady's going to play Chad Henne, who never let him start in Michigan, in the Super Bowl from win number 7. That's my pick. I'm going to Vegas with it.
Dude, I'm telling you this.
The fix is in.
I don't care who they're playing.
It's going to be Super Bowl gate.
It wasn't even matter to me who they're playing. If Brady's in the bowl, like I said, other teams got maybe about a 7 to 10% chance of winning because record shows. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Brady talking about.
Yep.
You know the quarterback on the opposing team, like I said, regardless of any team it will be.
Yep.
If you know your picks, like even though you made it to the Super Bowl and you're looking at Brady across the field as their commander-in-chief over there, you're like, you know you got to have some flip-flop in your stomach, like, man, shit.
It's almost like it's like there's no defense he's seen. There's nothing he hasn't seen in that game.
Right. Like, dude, hey, the coach probably on the sideline telling them kids, kids on, Little League football, he's like, guys, just go out there and have a good time. Like, nigga, I don't expect you to win. Go out there and do what you do. Try your best. Yes. I'll see you at halftime. And my man would creep back like the coach on the water boy. And he's like, what are you going to do that play? And he just kind of slides back in the crowd with his book and disappears.
Yeah, just hides on it. Goes and sits on the ball.
Shit, right, like, I'm straight. No. like, what do we do, coach? Like, just try to survive.
Yeah, I got a weird,
like 60 minutes,
weird feeling that some weird Super Bowl gate's going to happen and they're going to have some weird
kind of
controversy around
shit.
number 7 Super Bowl.
Like, oh, they got the win, but their victory has an asterisk by it. Like,
yeah, because they'll say Mahomes got sick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, yeah,
he passed positive. Now he couldn't play, and it's Brady versus Henne.
He ate something at halftime, and he got food poisoning.
He got diarrhea.
Man,
Brady
like,
versus Henny.
right. It's
Book
gonna.
it.
I'm expecting like my predictions. Brady's coming home with the win as usual.
Humans.
And
Super Bowl gate is coming.
oh, it's coming.
Brady
Believe
versus
that.
Henny. Brady versus Henny.
Hey, Henny versus Brady. It's all gonna be the same end result. Like you know what? Brady, you go ahead and take this Vince Lombardi trophy, and Henny, go home and drink you a cold glass of Henny on ice.
Right. Go have some Henny.
Like, cause you need to drink your sorrows away. He's like, Henny's drinking Henny.
Right. Hey, you remember Carlos Mencia? I'm going to bring it on this
Yeah.
new topic here. You remember him, right? He used to have the Mencia show.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mencia comic.
Well, you know how he does. You don't see much of him anymore, correct?
Right.
Well, a long time. Well, not that long ago. Over 10 years ago, maybe about 10 years ago. Joe Rogan
Blazed him.
went after him for stealing jokes.
Oh yeah, like in the live on the stand-up thing.
Yeah.
Like literally cut into him.
So right there, that ruined him. You know, he never got to really come out of that. You know what I'm saying?
You never came back.
Because he stole stuff from like Bill Cosby, from Bobby Lee, who he even took care of and let a Bobby Lee open for him. I guess he used to take from a lot of his openers and stuff like that. Because I follow those guys in that circle. I watch a lot of their shows. I love them guys.
Right.
So he tried to make a comeback. I mean, he's still doing comedy and whatnot, but he tried to make a comeback on the scene with the podcast world and came back on Bobby Lee's, probably one of Bobby Lee's podcasts. He has two of them. He has Bad Friends, and he has one with his girlfriend called Tiger Belly. They're both great podcasts, by the way. And anyway, so he went. It was Tiger Belly, and he went on there with him and his girlfriend, and they host the they host the show, and then you're a guest, and blah blah blah. So Mencia was Bobby's good friend back in the day. Would like pay his rent, help him get money when he was starting to try comedy, and always let him open for him and blah blah blah.
Right.
So Bobby Lee brought him on there and was like, this is tough to do, because I'm friends with Joe Rogan still. I'm friends with all these guys that that supposedly you ripped off, And Bobby Lee didn't back down. It was like a changing of the guard because Mencia was the man back then and had all the money and the power. Was the man of the relevant, and now
Right.
Bobby Lee is the man. You know what I'm saying? In the comedy world, as far as like podcast world, now Bobby Lee's a shit, and now he's nothing. So it was like flip flop. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Turn the tables.
For sure. So Bobby Lee had him on there, and he says, he didn't back down. Bobby Lee's usually not aggressive.
Confrontational.
Yeah, and he was really, look, man, you stole these jokes. Like, they are identical. He would not back down. But what bothered me is Carlos Mencia would never,
Defend
he wouldn't
himself.
admit it. He wouldn't admit it, dude. There's video and everything of his comedy and these jokes and, the Bill Cosby bit, the wall bit, where he took from people, you know what I'm saying? And he just wouldn't admit it, and it bothered the fuck out of me because I like him. I think he's funny. I liked his show. I watch all his stuff. And, I mean, if he would just admit it, with today's world right now, he could come out of this and be back on top real quick. But it just bothered me to my core. Like, he just kept saying, I don't think I did. I record all my shows, and if people would just let me apologize. And he just wouldn't say that he did it. Even, his girlfriend was like, dude, if you would just say it, and he wouldn't say it. And then Bobby's like, look, man, you stole these jokes. The Bill Cosby one is almost identical. You can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? And, the whole hour, man, it was over an hour show. And it got to the point at the end where he said, I don't think I'll ever be able to come from this. I'll always be the guy who stole jokes. But not if you fess up to it and then make your own stuff and come up.
All right, I fucked up, whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
But you should have been like, imitation is the best flattery. I was just trying to pay homage to them.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? And that would have been cool, but at least own the fuck up to it.
That's what I'm
No
saying.
matter what you fucking do.
Because
if
I'm
you
a fan of
call yourself
his.
a man and you got nuts, you own up to what the fuck you did.
For real. I liked him. I thought he was funny. That da-da-da stuff.
Yeah,
And, yeah, all that shit was funny as fuck, man. And he would yell a lot. And I guess his name isn't even Carlos Mencia. His real name is Ned.
Damn, so he just made you a Mexican name because he's
Yeah. For show
he's
biz. Well, I guess a lot of people that went to the Comedy Store, Pauly Shore's mom and dad owned the place,
Right.
Mitzi Shore would give you a show name. If she picked you and you're the next one to be you're going to be coming on the show, you're going to make a lot of money now, then people are going to give you for movies. Once she picks you, you're going to be showboating and everybody come to the Comedy Store. Whoever's
Right.
the who's who, whatever, you know what I mean? So I guess she would change all kinds of people. And she told him, I think she was a part of him changing his name, or maybe he thought it was a good bit and changed his name. But I know she was responsible for giving people names and
Your
shit.
names, stage names.
Yep. I don't know if she changed his name, but I know his real name is Ned though. And even Bobby kept saying it.
He's like, look,
He'd be
Ned.
like, "Look, Ned, you know you fucking so," and he'd be like trying to stay Carlos type shit, and Bobby was like, "Ned, I'm serious." Like I was like, "Dude, he didn't back down." I get Bobby mad props for that because I
But
felt
he
like,
called him Ned. Like, look, Ned.
yeah,
Like, fuck the Carlos shit. Like, I'm calling you in your government.
yeah, his name's like Ned something. I don't even think his last name is Mencia. So you know what I'm saying? So it was like crazy, dude.
And now
And
you steal jokes. You got a made up name. Like,
yep. Well, a lot of actors do that too. You know, a lot of people do
Right.
that for work and stuff. They think it's more appealing to fans or whatever. They even try to make Keanu change his name. He was almost. He even tells everybody in an interview when he did the first John Wick film that his name was almost some weird. I would have to look it up. Some weird goofy name though, like
Right.
Charles Manstooth. Some stupid shit or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, it was crazy, dude. Craziness. But like I said, if he would have fessed up, me being a fan
Yeah.
of his, I
Dude,
totally
they
would have
come
fucking
back,
took him back.
motherfucker. Like I said, John Travolta and Iron Man. Iron Man.
Robert Downey.
Yeah,
Jr.
Robert Man. They are living proof that you can come back
Yeah.
from giving her anything. Like, bro, Robert Downey Jr. came back from
Yep.
the abyss
Mm-hmm.
and crushing shit.
For real.
Yeah, for real. So all you gotta do really is own up to your shit, take it like a man, and whatever comes out of it, good or bad, at least you know you went out honestly, and there's no, you know what I'm saying? The shit is off your shoulders at that point.
Yep.
It can be said, but everybody knows, you know what I'm saying? You're no longer hiding from it.
So, all right, man. Do you remember an old movie? I ended up watching it 2 days ago,
Oh man,
and I was like, "Gosh,
is this
man."
a trivial? Is
No,
it a trivia?
I don't know. You
Yeah.
might have. You're great with films. Me and you are movie buffs, so
Right.
I know you might pull this one out, man. I pulled the VHS out, dude, because I found my bag of movies. I had all my boxing matches, and I plan on converting some of these to DVD. So I
Right.
found a movie with, I believe it's Matt Damon, not Matt Damon, Matt Dillon, the actor,
Matt Dillon. Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about.
and he's like in the Bronx or something like that, and they play cards, and it's called The Flamingo Kid.
I know it. I've never watched it. I
All
know
right.
what you're talking about. That
This
was like the original version of Rounders.
This was a
almost.
great movie, man. Some young kid, and he goes on a summer break with his friends, and they get a job.
Wait. I'm sorry. On the front of the video cover, did it have like the plastic flamingos, like 3 of them on the thing, and or maybe that's one.
It's got him on the cover with one of them hats and a little button up, dressed like in that beach
Oh
kind of
no.
clothes.
Okay, I was thinking another movie.
So,
I've
anyways,
heard of it. Go ahead.
he's from his neighborhood, and he's a really funny character. He plays. He eats making noise, like he makes noise when he eats, dude. Like I just remember all these little things I don't remember when I watched it first time when I was a kid. But when he eats, Dylan would be like, like when he chews and shit. For some reason, it was a weird
Some
comedic.
annoying shit.
Yeah, but it was a comedic thing that reoccurred in a film that was really funny because it was part of him. That's who he was, and his parents would tell him to quit it, and that was just That's just what he did since he was a kid or whatever. So they go and get a summer job at some resort, and my man gets in a card playing somehow with some of these rich boys, and ends up taking a big, big
lump
ass
sum in
poker
the
money
movie.
at the end of the movie, and it was called Flamingo Kid, and he used to say this shit in my man's face. He had something like "Sweet Ginger Brown" or something like that, and that was like at the end. That was like his end, like the win of the movie type deal.
Right, like Sweet Ginger Brown.
But man, it was a classic, and it was long. Like I said, I pulled out some old films, and I had to watch it, and I recommend you guys see it if you guys get a chance.
Yeah.
Flamingo Kid.
I'll definitely check that out. This is probably some of my type of shit to watch. But I don't know why, but when you brought up, you said Matt Damon at first, and when you said Matt
Yeah.
Damon,
But I meant Dylan.
2 movies come to mind for me. Matt Dillon.
Or Damon.
Off rep.
Dylan
Yeah,
or Damon?
No, Matt Damon.
Damon Dylan.
Not Dylan, Damon. No.
Yeah, not Dylan. Damon.
No, Matt Damon, like, my 2 top movies for him that show up. One was The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Okay.
Was, man, that movie's got to be, like, in one of my top 5, if not, at least my top 10. Like, Talented Mr. Ripley was some eerie type shit. That and Rounders. We were talking about the poker movie. Yeah. Man, with him and
Is that Ben?
Ed Norton.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you never seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, Rounders is a fucking beast.
I liked Matt Damon in The Zoo.
I've never seen
We
it.
bought a zoo.
I've never seen it.
I'm just kidding. It was a good movie, though. I'm just playing.
That and speaking of creepy, you know who's one and freaked me out because they were a comedian. Most of the movies are pretty much funny,
Uh-huh.
but Robin Williams creeped me out in 1 Hour Photo, bro.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That dude, I was like, this dude is. He was weird, like
Yeah.
Norman Bates kind of fucking eerie, like bro.
Well, there's this new show on Sci-Fi I've been waiting to start, and it finally started. I watched the first episode of the season. They had to change the name. It was called Alien 7, and they changed it to Resident Alien. So I watched the first episode.
I was thinking Resident Evil.
So this alien, I talked to you about it before. This alien crashed on Earth. He was supposed to just drop some thing down to like take records and shit like that, and they were gonna leave it there, and then he's supposed to leave, but he crashed, and then he went to this guy's house. Like I told you, we talked about he attacked first, and it was a mistake. The alien killed him, stole his life, and so now he's trying to live like we are. And man, that was such a good episode, man. I can't wait for the next episode. He is trying to complete his mission, fix his ship, get back home, and at the same time portray himself like a real human, the person he stole his form for. So he's supposed to be a doctor. He performed an autopsy. It was fucking, and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and he did it in oh my god, dude, it was so crazy. They got him drunk. He got hammered, and there's times where you see him looking like an alien and not a human, and I guess children can see him, because there's a part where a child saw him, and now he wanted to go try to kill the kid, so nobody would tell on him or whatever, but he also didn't want to look like a dork, so he went to the bar to drink with these people to look human. So he's always conflicting with himself while he's trying to complete his mission. And he got real drunk, and he didn't think it was going to fuck with him. He's like, now I can complete my mission. He goes, I'm glad I drank that alcohol because my choices are so clear. He's all fucked up. So they're doing this real cool perspective on alien and human stuff that he's trying to do. And it was a great first episode, man. I can't wait for the next one.
It's a series?
Yeah, it just started on Sci-Fi, and it's called Resident Alien. There's only one episode out so far.
I'm in the sci-fi shit movies. So like I said,
I dug it, man.
I didn't like Star Trek, but Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, that type of shit is something I'm on.
I've been waiting for it to start because they've been showing teasers,
check
and it is great. The first episode, it's just the pilot, so if nobody views it and they don't like it, it'll just get canceled. Because it even says on the first episode, it says pilot episode.
I'm gonna watch that today.
Yep, Resident Alien, yo. I recommend y'all see it. Hey, the guys over there at Pritchard's Speech, you're all into those alien movies. I remember y'all. Check it out. It's good stuff.
Check it out.
Yeah, I really liked it, dude. There was just a lot of crazy shit happening, like I said. You know what I mean? But I liked it.
Resident Alien definitely sounds like something worth watching.
For sure, man.
Check that out.
Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, we would appreciate if you would
click like, subscribe.
That's right.
And click like, subscribe.
And turn on the notification button so you never miss an episode. We drop one every Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of
Meant to Vent.
Till next time, humans.
And scene.
See ya.